Morning, I conducted a tour of affected parishes, being St. Andrew and St. Thomas. We did both tour by air and by road. For St. Andrew, our tour was by air. We looked at damage in East Rural St. Andrew, which was quite extensive, especially in the Guava Ridge area. I know MP Holness is working very hard to have those areas addressed and to ensure that the people who are affected have some support. We also toured the Western St. Thomas constituency. That was by air, and it gave me a very good opportunity to have a better understanding of the challenges faced. St. Thomas, though it has significant hilly features, it also has a significant plain cutting across both constituencies with many rivers. And the main challenge would be the rivers are not controlled. So there needs to be greater investment in river training. So the rivers are overflowing the banks as you would know them for 10 or 15 years, and they are changing their course and destroying agricultural land and threatening houses. So we have seen some damage occasioned from rivers. In West Rural St. Andrew, the damage is mostly from landslides, and that has to do with the soil type. Historically, we have chosen to cut roads in these hillsides where the land is unstable, and it is going to happen naturally as we have heavy showers of rain, and particularly when we would have had and experienced earthquakes that would have caused the soil and rocks to shift. What we would want to point out to the country is that the NWA and the other agencies of government have responded very quickly, and as you can see behind me here, tractors are mobilized already. I gather there would be 70 odd roads that were affected, blocked, but I would say about 95% of those roads have been cleared. So equipment is mobilized right across the affected areas and work is being done. There are some areas that are affected that will require a little bit more than what we are doing here. Heavier equipment and the deployment of technical resources and building major structures. And I would use this opportunity to urge Jamaicans that we understand the issues of settlement, we understand the issues of housing and where you can find marginal land to live on and so forth, but you should, in seeking to settle, in seeking to live, to find a place to live, take into consideration the environmental issues and the climate change issues, particularly the environmental issues having to do with your access to water, with the stability of the slope. If you have to clear the land, how will that affect the stability of the slope? And then pay attention to the climate change issues. You're going to have frequent weather events, and what we notice about these frequent weather events is that they are of high intensity. So normally we would have a 50-year, let's say a 50-year weather event, but we're now having these 50-year weather events once every 2 years. And if that is the case, then it is a creeping destruction of the infrastructure, and the probability of your house, which is built in a danger zone, being damaged increase. So maybe 30 years ago, 50 years ago, you could say, I would build here and I don't have anything to worry about. That's not the case now, right? What is going to happen as we go forward is that you're going to have these weather events, whether it is a hurricane, a tropical depression, and they're going to come with increasing frequency, and they will cause damage.